Welcome back to CurlCast, guys. Today we're going to be busting some myths. Alex, take us away with our first myth.
First myth.
That was a very quick intro.
That is a very quick intro today.
Straight in. Spot reduction of fat. So, people believe that you can do specific exercises and take specific made-up nonsense supplements to target specific areas of fat burn. Can't be done. So if you want to lose belly fat, you can't just lose it there, you'll lose it everywhere.
So you're telling me I can't do hundreds of crunches and I'm going to just get ripped?
Yeah, sorry,
I mean, I'm going to tell you
happen.
you can't do hundreds of crunches, mate.
Oh, good. Wow, word.
But no, it can't be done. Your body's going to lose it all together, and where you lose it more than other places is all down to your individual genetics. Nothing you can do to change that, I'm
So all
afraid.
these detox teas that I'm drinking is just not going to help?
No, the only thing that's going to be burning is your wallet.
Damn.
What you can do is you can increase muscle size in certain areas, which will give a idea of more.
Yeah, because it's going to spread out
Definition,
the tissue. The muscle's
but-
going to pop more.
But with abs, that's very unlikely because you can't overly grow them.
Yeah, I mean, if you did, you'd look like a Lego brick.
You can define them, but you need to get rid of that fat first.
Yeah,
anyway.
so fat
Yeah.
reduction comes as a whole across your body. You can't target it.
Which is why good resistance training mixed with a calorie deficit or inducing that through cardiovascular, however you wish to do it through nutritional. Cardio is going to be the best way. Not just, as you said, hundreds of crunches.
Yeah, so spot reduction, not a thing. Moving on to our next myth of the day. Take it away.
Is that me?
Yeah.
It is.
So
Yeah,
this
you're
one sort of follows on quite nicely from your one as well, which is you always hear people say, do heavy weight, low reps for strength, and do lightweight, high reps if you want endurance or tone or definition, which isn't completely wrong. We had a little discussion before we went live on this video. But it's about relative weight, isn't it? I mean, if you're doing 100 kilograms on a squat for the strength, so 5 reps, then that doesn't mean that you only load up 10 kilograms to do 20 reps because that's a light weight.
Yeah.
The same way that if you can do 200 kilograms on a squat, you're then not only doing, like, again, 10 kilograms on the low one. You're going to be doing more.
It's
It's all relative. Your last rep should always feel very
hard.
Yeah, very hard.
Yeah. Like, it should be like you're getting up to 100% of what you can do when you get to the end of that set.
Yeah. It's just the amount of, or the energy system you use and the type of muscle fibers that are predominantly being used throughout that exercise is going to vary. And that's really what you're trying to mix up.
We kind of touched on one of our training videos where you literally go until you feel that kind of sort of burn in your muscle that you're training. Like if you're hitting 15 reps and you're like, okay, I've done 15 reps, that's muscular endurance. If you're not feeling it,
then it's not muscular endurance.
Either increase that weight, hit that 15, and then on the last one you're struggling on it, or just do more reps.
Like at some point, you have to think about it. If you started off in the gym, again, I'll use squat as an example, and you went in the gym for the first time ever, and you squatted 60 kilograms for 5 reps.
Yeah.
If 4 months later, you're still squatting 60 kilograms for 5 reps,
That's going to be easy.
it's
You're wasting
probably
your time.
targeting, or you're going to be using more encompassed type 2B muscle fibers, that sort of thing, as opposed to your fast twitches. It's you progress, and it's all relative, isn't it?
Exactly. It's always going to be changing.
Yeah, so lightweight, high rep, not completely a myth, but it has to be relative to how much you can actually lift as a 1 hour rep.
Strength.
Yeah, still has to be hard. If that weight feels light on your last rep, then it's too late to start with. That last one, it should feel like a damn heavy weight.
Yeah,
Even
whether
though it
you're
is
doing
relatively light.
1 rep, 5 reps, 10 reps, 20 reps, 100 reps.
Yeah.
That last one should be an 8.
Really
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
So yeah, Smith number 2, busted. Next one, lifting heavy weight will make me big, which isn't exactly
Obviously not true.
thanks for that, you know.
You can't lift heavy weight. What are you on about?
But it's true to a point. Yes, you will get bigger, but it is mainly your diet if you're going to increase your protein and stuff, that's going to make you bigger at the end of the day. If I'm lifting 100 kilos on a squat, and
squats are popular today.
Yeah, squats are definitely popular. You are going to grow some sort of muscle, but you're not going to get bodybuilder size just on lifting heavy weights alone. It's going to make you stronger, yes, but if you keep increasing that weight, you're just going to get stronger. You're not going to get absolutely huge to the point of... Like,
when you get stronger, you grow in muscle.
Yeah.
You need the fuel to do that though, like from your nutrition. Just lifting it alone,
calorie surplus,
is only one of the ingredients. You know, if it's like adding loads and loads of cement without any bricks.
Well, maintenance as well. It doesn't have to be surplus. You'll find it easier in a surplus because you can have that surplus of energy.
Yeah.
But you want to be at least maintenance, really. Because once you're in deficit, your training can start to decline and
definitely
go downhill.
But yeah, you need to up that protein as well. Like if you're just sticking to your regular protein all the time, obviously you aren't adding on that, as you said, that building block of building bigger muscles at the end of the day. But yeah, you constantly get, I don't want to lift weights because I'm going to get bigger. Well, technically you are going to get a certain size, but that's just natural from lifting weights anyway, but you're going to get more defined.
It's something you tend to hear more like from females who say they want to look like a man. Like really, realistically, it's just not going to happen. You know, genetically, women don't have the capability to reach a male size unless they have extraordinarily high testosterone levels.
I think at the elite level anyway. Like there's no reason why you could have a very well trained female come in gym and be in better shape and condition objectively from a bodybuilding perspective than a man.
Yeah, objectively speaking.
But at the I think at the
limits
high,
are very different.
Yeah.
Very different. And for the average gym goer, they're not looking to get to that bodybuilder physique. And it's just not going to happen. There's nothing to worry about there.
I know plenty of females that can probably...
Are bigger than you.
I was going to say that can lift heavier than me. But yeah, probably that as well. But at the end of the day, if you're training for a specific goal, like I personally think weights is the better option anyway.
Absolutely.
Unless you're training for like marathons and like long distance running, obviously you want to be doing as much cardio as you want. But if you're going for more fat burn and stuff like that, weights all the way. But yeah, so that's the next myth. Who wants to take the next myth on?
Turning fat into muscle.
Right, number 4. I can't count.
Yeah, well, number 4 there,
yeah. So that's not a real thing. Fat doesn't get turned into muscle. The way people believe this is through body recomposition. It's like if you are overweight and have a lot of body fat and you do resistance training, you're going to grow muscle, you're going to lose fat. But that fat is not being turned into muscle.
I wish it was.
Some of it will be used as fuel to fuel the process of growing muscle, and some of it will be used for fuel for exercise and just keeping your body going, your metabolic rate. But fat does not get turned into muscle.
Most, I think it's like, 85-90% of your fat is just expired as CO2, isn't it, through the whole body's systems for converting energy. It doesn't, like you say, turn into muscle.
It doesn't get turned into muscle. Like you see some people saying, "Oh, I'm massive, but I'm going to turn all this fat into muscle." It's not a real thing. It can't be done. It doesn't exist.
It's like saying I'm big boned.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually been shown. Like they had exactly the same aged. I think they were male. One was 100 plus kilos. The other one was obviously a lot less, but they done an X-ray on both their scans, and they both had exactly the same bone density. Like obviously you can generically be a bigger structure.
You can increase bone density as well.
Yes,
well, resistance training will do that.
Yeah, but you can't naturally be bigger boned and just be big. Like you're not.
Well, you can have a wider frame.
Yeah.
You can be built differently, but your bones has no bearing on how much body fat you're carrying. In proportion to your body.
No. The chicken bones on your plate probably have more of a direct correlation to the body fat you're carrying.
I thought you were talking about Alex's legs.
Just hide these under a desk.
Don't worry, I'll move on to you next.
Come at me.
Yeah.
Right,
moving on.
Ryan, do you want to explain why exercise is the best way to lose fat? Or is that a myth? We're on this one.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see how you've done it. Yeah. So, again, this is probably going to be down to individual circumstance. Some people are going to prefer burning calories over reducing the amount of calories they eat.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're talking about losing fat, or at least weight anyway, you're looking, as in our previous podcast, calories in, calories out. That's the majority of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
2 ways to burn calorie or have a deficit is to eat less or burn more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you two, but I find it a lot easier to eat 200 less calories, not to have a chocolate bar, than to go and burn 200 calories.
That takes a long time. 200 calories takes a lot longer than people expect.
No, definitely.
It takes a lot longer than to eat the chocolate bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not for me.
What? That's what I mean. It takes a lot longer. I was like, how long do you take to eat your chocolate? I really enjoy this. Really. Give that jaw a great workout.
Yeah, burning calories while eating. But you do it, like, technically, a lot of people don't realise you can actually, instead of going to the gym, you can just increase your exercise by doing daily activities. Walking.
Neat up 24/7.
Neat up.
Yeah.
So literally moving a lot more, just doing regular daily tasks, hoovering, simple stuff like that. Going up and down
Gardening
stairs.
is a huge one.
Gardening, yeah, definitely, especially in the summer. Just literally, instead of taking the car, going on
Little
a walk.
things like when you do your shopping, don't park close to the
Yeah.
shop. Park as far away as you possibly can. Park on the other side of the car park.
And then you've got to lift all your bags back.
that
you know.
walking is extra exercise. It all adds up.
Yeah, I think I posted something like this quite a while ago. Back when I think I used to work here, I posted a story on my Instagram, and it was something like, if you walk an extra 100 metres like a day, or 200 metres a day or something, it equates like 2 marathons over a year.
Yeah,
Like, it's ridiculous.
really adds up.
But it's simple
Like,
stuff
just
like,
get off the bus stop before, or as you
Yeah.
say, park on the other side of the car park.
and it's
Yeah,
like simple
it's-
stuff like if you go, I say another one going shopping, like instead of taking the escalator, take the stairs. Like
Yeah.
it's so easy just to like just take the escalator and just be like, I'm just gonna stand on this and go to the top. Like literally an extra 30 seconds, and you can burn so much more. Even though it's like an extra 10 calories a day, something like that.
Get some quad gains.
Yeah, and calf gains. We all want them. Right, moving on.
Carry your weight into the squat rack and curl there. Extra calories.
You mean the curl rack?
The curl rack, sorry. Yeah. But carry more barbells into the curl rack.
And
But
curl them all.
it's simple
And then
stuff like that.
superset your curls with curls.
What else would you superset it with?
But it's simple stuff like that at the gym as well, like re-racking your weights is an extra lift. It's going to
Please
burn
re-rack
extra.
your
Yeah.
weights, it's really annoying.
Yeah. But that extra lift is going to burn that little bit extra calories. It's going to work your muscles a little
Cleaning
bit more
while
as well.
on shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does it.
We do. Yeah, we all do that.
Anyway, next one.
Moving on.
Hi, Jamie.
Moving on. So another one, abs exercise is going to create a six-pack. Technically, to a point, they're going to help define your abs, etc., etc. But the best way to get that six-pack is basically fat reduction.
Yeah,
Like
lose the body fat.
everyone's got abs at the end of the day. It's just all about your fat percentage and how much you're carrying around that midsection.
You
at
could
the end of
have the strongest, most ripped abs in the world, but if it's covered in a layer of fat, you won't see them.
the day. No, definitely.
It's
definitely.
that simple.
I think I read something like you've got to be below 15% to actually start like seeing proper.
I think that depends
definition.
person to person as
Yeah.
well, because you could hold 15% everywhere
Everywhere
else,
else, yeah.
and then like have nothing here, and you're going to be shredded a lot.
I think on like an average guideline.
Yeah,
I
on
think,
average guideline, because people hold it in different places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
definitely,
for me, I hold a lot of mine sort of lower stomach and abdomen region. I'd probably need to get sort of to your 12-ish%,
Yeah.
I reckon, 10%.
I think most
Yeah.
athletes are kind of around the 5% to 10% mark as well, with the fat percentage as well.
5% is
that-
very low.
That would depend on the sport. Your athletes generally about 12 to 20.
Yeah,
I would
'cause it's
say
a
they're,
healthier
they're higher
range.
than bodybuilders.
When you get
Yeah.
lower,
I think- no, yeah,
you're actually
bodybuilders,
less
that's what I meant,
healthy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
if you want athletic performance, you need to be.
But yeah, I
I'd always
think-
say 12 to 20%.
I think as long as you're burning fat and just getting to that level where you can kind of just start seeing them, then start doing your ab exercise as well, just to get a little bit of definition on them and stuff.
I mean,
like that. Just have them pop them a little bit.
I wouldn't say neglect ab exercises until
God, yeah.
you can see them. Doing ab exercises is a great way to strengthen your core.
Yeah,
It's a very key part of your core.
Yeah.
To be honest, you don't actually have to do ab exercises to even work your core. Squats, deadlifts.
Yeah. I think the bigger issue is what people
though.
think are ab exercise, like sit-ups. Not really that great of an ab exercise.
No, a lot of it, hip flexors tend to take over for most people.
Or the one that annoys me is where I see them doing working partners and someone's holding their feet. Well, now they're just doing a quad exercise. Like, have you ever done that before? Have someone hold your feet and just do sit-ups?
Oh, so easy.
Your quads will start to take over.
I don't do sit-ups.
So a tip for anyone that does do sit-ups, have them grab the back of your ankles or put your ankles over something else, engage hamstrings, and it'll target your abs more. Bro tip.
I like it. I like it.
Are we going to get copyrighted for that?
Right, next one. I think we've got a couple of more that we can squeeze in. Anabolic window. Who wants to take that one?
You can take it, Ross.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it away.
So anabolic window. When we speak about this, is basically that kind of window of when you should be getting your protein in. Most people generally think it's just literally straight after a workout. You don't technically need to grab that protein shake after a workout.
It's not going to harm.
It's not going to harm. No, you
really
can
harm at all.
technically get your protein in throughout the course of the day. You're still going to build that muscle. You're still going to repair. All it's going to help at the end of your workout is basically just stop you feeling less achy at the end of the day. It's going to
But
recover
if
your
you have
muscles
it
quickly.
directly after your workout, the sole purpose is to just get some fuel into your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no magic window. It's a complete myth. Like where your body's going to start repairing muscles really quickly. They're going to get full of protein, and you're going to get like better gains and reduced soreness. It's not a thing.
I think
It's
a lot
not
of protein companies are the worst for it as well. Because if you actually look on a lot of protein packaging, it actually does state that you should.
Because they want to get as many sales as possible.
Well,
they want you drinking as much of their
Yeah.
product as they can.
It's like,
Yeah.
you should probably be having 10 scoops of this a day.
Yeah. From a purely scientific standpoint and like a real world things, it's not a thing. As long as you hit enough protein throughout the day, you're going to get the gains. It makes no difference if you have that instantly after a workout.
Yeah. The
or
thing I
spread
always
out
say
for the
is
rest of the
like,
day.
you feel very full after protein, don't you? It's the most
yeah.
one that like you feel satiated. So have it straight after your workout, and you're probably going to have 3-4 hours to your next meal, and then you're going to feel hungry
Yeah,
again.
you're
You
gonna
don't want to
feel
be
a lot
drinking
better.
it around your meal, because then you're not going to want to get all the other stuff in.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, just do it around your lifestyle. Protein
Yeah,
shakes
exactly.
and stuff like that are just convenience at the end of the day. If you can eat and get your protein in other sources, then do it that way. If you've got a busier lifestyle and you need to get that protein in, drink
They call it
shake.
supplements for a reason.
Yeah, it's a supplement
Yeah.
your diet.
Yeah.
If you have everything you need through your food, which is very easily doable unless you're on some ridiculously high protein level, for whatever requirements you have, then you don't need a protein shake.
But some people obviously have busy lifestyle. Like some people literally go to the gym 30 minutes in between lunch breaks and stuff like that. They haven't got time to eat because they want to work out. They grab a shake, meal replacement at the end of the day. That's what technically protein shakes are. Or as you say, if you're looking to build muscle bigger and you want to get that protein in, so you're on 150 grams of protein a day, you're going to need that extra source somewhere. And if you can't eat,
Well, I regularly hit 165 grams just through food.
yeah, but you're
Every day.
fatty.
Just through food.
As long as you're picking the right source of food as well, obviously depending on if you're vegan, stuff like that, meat eater.
Yeah, I mean,
All
165
depends.
grams of protein is great, but if you've had to eat 10 pizzas to do that,
That would be a great
I
lifestyle.
remember the last pizza I had.
it's about making
Yeah.
sure that your carbs and your fats are also in the correct ratio as well.
Yeah, but get the right ratios. So I'm hitting, I can't remember my carbs, it was just somewhere over 200, 235 grams a day.
I
It
found
all works out really nicely.
I found the protein shake that I've got in a minute is quite good actually, because there's one from My Protein. It's literally got really low calories and it's got hardly any carbs in it, but it's got 20 grams of protein. And you can get water in you as well, because you can mix it with that instead of
Hydration.
and stuff like that basically.
Anyway, anabolic window, not a thing. Let's move on.
So next one, Ryan, if you want to take it, not sore after a workout.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Is that
taking
that?
the last one. That was all you, man.
Yeah, so I'll take that. But yeah, if if you're working out and you're not sore afterwards, did it count?
Of course it counted.
Yeah.
Like, you turned up to the gym, you done something more than what you done before. And actually, I'd argue in some cases, if you get really sore after a workout, to the extent of it's going past your initial DOMS phase of that 2-3 days, you're going to be less inclined to go and work out the next time. So actually, not sore, it didn't count is the polar opposite to if you're too sore, you're probably not going to go in again and you've done less.
Yeah. It's like the whole no pain, no gain kind of motto.
I mean, that is pretty much what it's saying, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
But yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, a lot of people say, if I keep on going until my muscles are absolutely depleted, then you're either going to overload or you're going to cause yourself an injury.
Yeah. So this is all about training the right amount.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's muscle soreness, like you said, the DOMS phase is a good indicator you've had a good workout and you've achieved something. But beyond that, you've overdone it, overtrained. And if
when
there
you
is
first
no
start,
soreness,
though,
it doesn't matter.
When you first start, you're a lot more sore.
Oh, God,
like,
yeah.
I have
Yeah,
clients come to me for the first time. I'll train them through legs, for example.
You can't walk for about a week and a
And
half.
they can't walk for a week now, and they come back to me like, "Can we not do legs again?" And I'm like, "Okay, don't get into a catch-22 of didn't train legs, so now when I do train them, they're sore, so I don't train them for a week, and then when I do, and it just cycle. You have to train for a little bit of soreness, but you don't train to the point that you can't walk if you've been training.
Yeah, and there's only one indicator of overload.
Yeah.
You know, like muscle soreness, it depends on the type of workout you've done as well. Things like with a lot of eccentric control is going to create more muscle soreness because the increased amount of micro tears in the muscles.
You flash that up on the screen what that means. There you go, there's some work for you, Russ.
Definition. Yeah, and things where if you are going a bit like, you're getting more of a metabolic overload, you might get some soreness, but not as much as if you were doing heavier.
You're using a lot of big words there.
It's
It's going to be popping up.
Make sure you get something to do when you're editing this.
But I go on the rule of DOMs shouldn't really last more than 2 days?
72 hours.
2-3 days. Like if you are getting more than that, then you probably need to either reduce what you're doing a little bit,
or start training that muscle more to enhance the recovery,
or increase your protein a little bit more as well. Your recovery. Some people don't stretch afterwards as well, which can really increase DOMs as well.
Yeah.
Literally, like they'll work out and they'll just go around.
A proper cool down in the gym, really winding down and stretching afterwards, helps take all the lactates out of your muscles, all the build up, toxins get it flowing around your body.
Exactly. Water's a great one to help.
Yeah.
As well, flush out all that out. But yeah, not sore, didn't count. Myth busted. So, should we do the last one? I think
you say we.
Yeah.
This was all you.
So a lot of people have.
Do it without laughing.
It's gonna be quite actually. So a lot of it's mainly come from the whole boxer term of that they don't generally have sex before fight. Basically, not boxers, fighting boxers. Don't basically ejaculate to try and save testosterone levels. It's actually not true. Actually, ejaculating can increase testosterone levels. There has been research proven on this as well. So actually, not ejaculating on
sex is great exercise.
Oh god, yeah, it burns a lot of calories. But yeah, not ejaculating.
More for some people than others.
I don't want to know where moving on. But yeah, actually, not ejaculating enough can actually add to what Movember was about last month, actually, on prostate cancer and stuff like that, basically. So regularly.
I just want to point out, when we're filming this, it is still currently November. This isn't a permanent thing.
No, it is. We're now into December and he's keeping the tash. Don't listen to what he's saying. But yeah, so don't. Just always listen to what you hear. Always try and see the research and stuff with all the stuff that we talked about today. Come to people like ourselves and talk to us about it as well. Listen to videos and podcasts like this.
If you hear anything that sounds ridiculous, ask a PT.
Yeah. Also, if you've got any other myths and stuff like that you want us to talk about and tell you if they're true or not, leave a comment below, like, subscribe.
Slide in the DMs.
Slide into the DMs as well. Always good to slide. But we're going to round it out there. So, we'll catch you next time. Cheers, guys.
See you later.